Kelly Brook had no regrets about secretly eating sweets on I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here. The 46-year-old model, Angry Ginge and H, tucked into the candy milk bottles they had won in a challenge before presenting the rest to camp. And she admitted she wasn't worried about deceiving the rest of the group after Shona McGarty secretly used butter on her rice, and Alex Scott smuggled in salt and pepper. She told the Daily Mirror newspaper, "I think after the contraband, we realized that things were entering camp, and maybe more things were entering than maybe were being found. People were kind of being caught out, and also people weren't sharing the contraband. So that butter should have gone into a nice bowl of rice and shared out between everybody, and it didn't. Shona ate the lot, so the minute she ate the lot, I was like, right, every man for himself. And when we saw those milk bottles, it's very hard to divide 19 milk bottles between people." Before she left camp, Kelly told the group that they had secretly eaten some of the sweets, and she has now admitted she was keen to put the cat among the pigeons before she left. She said, "I kind of secretly had a hunch that maybe I'd leave before H and Ginge, so it was just kind of my little trump card as I left. I think by dropping little hints that there's maybe some gameplay there, and things aren't always how they seem. It's fun to put the cat amongst the pigeons for 5 more days. I don't want them to get bored. Keep them on their toes." Meanwhile, Kelly was overcome with emotion after reuniting with her husband Jeremy Parisi. She said, "I can't tell you the emotion I had. I cried my eyes out. It was amazing." And now, the Loose Women star is looking forward to another reunion with her beloved dog Teddy. She said, "I have had so many updates about him. He is having the time of his life. He can't wait to see me and has been watching me on the show every night." Kelly Brook has never been shy about sharing the small, mischievous memories that shaped her life. Whether she's chatting on a show or laughing through a podcast, she has a way of turning ordinary moments into charming stories. One of her most unexpected confessions involves an innocent but hilarious childhood rebellion, stealing sweets as a kid and not regretting a bite of it. But if you imagine a crime scene filled with chocolate fingerprints, a getaway scooter, and a trail of gummy bears, think again. Kelly's sweet-stealing journey was less criminal mastermind and more cheeky kid with a good heart and a bigger sweet tooth. The candy that started it all. Picture a 7-year-old Kelly, hair tied in pigtails, pockets jingling with coins that barely bought anything. She lived near a small corner shop that sold the kind of candies kids dream about: fizzing sherbets, gooey toffees, brightly wrapped rainbow drops, and lollipops that looked like edible planets. It wasn't the kind of place kids rushed into. It was one they tiptoed into, eyes wide with temptation. Kelly didn't get pocket money often, and when she did, it would evaporate the moment she entered the shop. One day, when she stood there with only a few coins and way too many cravings, she made what she would later call the sweetest mistake of my life. A single cola gummy, just one. She slipped it into her palm while pretending to count her pennies more dramatically than an accountant. She bought a cheap penny sweet to cover her strategy, walked out, and ran as if she had just escaped a chocolate vault guarded by lions. That cola gummy tasted like victory, she would later joke. The legend of the sweet bandit. Kelly didn't continue a life of candy crime. She didn't become an infamous chocolatier burglar. Instead, that one moment became a memory, one that filled her with a sense of daring excitement. It was harmless, and surprisingly, it taught her more than she expected. Growing up, Kelly worked hard, earned her own money, and eventually bought whatever sweets she wanted. Ironically, she later had the freedom to purchase boxes, bags, and entire jars of confections, without the risk of being chased by shopkeepers. But did she feel guilty about the cola gummy? Absolutely not. Well, maybe a little, she'd say with a grin, but it was worth it. Why she doesn't regret it. The point isn't what she stole. The point is the spark, the feeling of curiosity and adventure. Some kids climbed trees, some sneaked out past bedtime. Kelly's rebellion simply happened to involve sugar. It wasn't hunger for candy alone. It was the hunger to experience something bold, something secret, something that made her feel alive. Looking back, She realized that moment taught her something valuable: confidence. If a child can work up the courage to sneak a gummy from a candy counter, that same courage can later help her step on a stage, face a camera, and build a career in entertainment. Confidence doesn't always begin in glamorous places.